Is on its way to Iran to help. Rescue South Africa responded swiftly to an international call from Iranian authorities.
"32-year-old Yu Price Yu ready to go. He is one of the 69-member Rescue South Africa team heading for the Iranian city of Bar. The city was hit by a severe earthquake over the weekend, killing over 20,000 people. Price Yu is no stranger to removing people from the rubbles. He was part of the mission to Goma in the DRC, and he went to Algeria early this year. But this time he's going there on a personal mission.
My ultimate goal would be to rescue a live person. We still haven't, on our 2 previous missions, recovered anyone alive, managed to rescue anyone alive. I'd love it for our team to be able to rescue some live people from the rubble.
The team say they know exactly what to do.
Our role is to do urban search and rescue, and that is basically we search collapsed building sites, and we, using the help of the rescue dogs that we're taking with from the South African police services, specialized cameras that we use and listening devices, we search for victims, and once we've located them, we then attempt to extricate them from their entrapment.
However, Rescue South Africa have appealed for donations to cover food, transport and medical insurance. They say their current budget won't last them for the 10 days they'll spend in Iran. Meanwhile, a Pietermaritzburg-based Gift of the Givers organization has also responded to the call. The organization has already bought water, food and medicines for the Iranian victims.
At the same time, a South African search and rescue team is also leaving tonight on a special plane made available by the Department of Foreign Affairs. On that plane, we are putting 240,000 water purification tablets, which will purify 5 million liters of water.
Rescue South Africa has also sent a request for members of the army to join their team. For Price Yu and his 69-member team, there's no way for them to prepare and no way to know the devastation that awaits. Even years of experience can't prepare them for the enormity of Iran's grief. Peter Mpedi, SABC, Johannesburg.
Al Jazeera has aired what it claims is an audio tape of Saddam Hussein saying he's alive and in Iraq. The voice on the tape has not been confirmed as the former Iraqi president's. The speaker gave the date as June 14, saying he was directing resistance to U.S. forces and called on all Iraqis to support the attacks. Meanwhile, our reporter Renee Horn, home from Iraq, reports that both U.S. troops and Iraqis have been suffering in the recent attacks.
Baby Huda Sami was born 8 weeks before the war. In May, she was found in a bin here by a hospital staff member.
Their family could be killed, could be missed, or could truly abandon her. The problem is that she is sitting in our hospital, and the members of this floor are taking care about her.
Besides having no parents, Sami has meningitis and is malnourished. Doctors say they're running out of medical supplies. A lot of medicine has been looted. Although there are mercy aids from around the world who are assisting, it's simply not enough for the more than 100 patients who walk through these hospital doors every day.
Hospitals we've been to, the doctor has one laryngoscope for the whole hospital. They have one theatre light to share between 2 tables. They have disposable items which are reused, and it's supposed to be disposable, but it's reused several times. There's blood stains on the clothing. The list is endless.
South Africa has lent a helping hand by providing 40 tons of aid, but it will take at least 6 weeks before it reaches hospitals. For some, time is running out. Renee Horn, SABC.
Kusadlula usuku nje umongameli waseMelika uGeorge W. Bush ethek namasosha enele ukubhekana nezidlamlilo zase-Iraq sekuhlasela kwalinya zamasosha aseMelika yisikhombisa ey'ndaweni ezimbili ezahlukene namhlanje.
Endaweni emaphakathi neBaghdad, izidlamlilo zidubule ngamabhomu emcibisholo zayibhekisa emotweni yaseMelika. Wathi buqamama ngamakhilomitha ayikhulu kusuka eRamadi kwabhonjwa izimoto zaseMelika kwalimala amasosha ayisithupha. Imbiko yesibhedlela iveza ukuthi lokuhlasela kwamasosha eBaghdad kubulale Iraq oyedwa obezidlulela walimala abanye abayishumi-1. Lo mntwana uHudi Semi uzalwe emasontweni ayisishiyagalombili ngaphambi kokuhlaselwa kwe-Iraq. NgoMeyi watholwa emgqonyeni isebenza esibhedlela.
Their family could be killed, could be missed, or could truly abandon her. The problem is that she is sitting in our hospital, and the members of this floor are taking care about her.
Ngaphandle kokuba intandane, uSemi usayagula futhi akondlekile. Odokotela bathi abasenamithi yanele eminingi yantshontshwa. Yize kunamazwe asiza ngemithi, nayo ayanele ukubheka iziguli eziyikhulu ezifika esibhedlela usuku nosuku.
Hospitals we've been to, the doctor has one laryngoscope for the whole hospital. They have one theatre light to share between 2 tables. They have disposable items which are reused, and you know, it's supposed to be disposable, but it's reused several times. There's blood stains on the clothing. The list is endless.
Neningizimu Afrika izamile ukusiza ngokuthumela amathani angama40 osizo. Yize luyoze lifinyelele ezibhedlela emva kwamasonto ayisithupha. Kwabanye lolu sizo luzothatha isikhathi.
Families torn apart by the 21-day war in Iraq face uncertainty about the whereabouts of their family members. But there's been good news for a woman in Cape Town who made an urgent plea to a South African mercy mission to find her family.
I'm worried about him, worried about his family, and I don't know how he's managing with his ordinary daily life.
She wants to know if they've survived the war. She's lost contact with her family in Baghdad since the war began in March. Now the search is on to find her family. For over 3 hours, we roamed the streets of Baghdad, sometimes losing hope and also concerned that the curfew was drawing closer. After 11 at night, you would be detained or shot at by US forces.
She's scared. She's scared. She's scared.
A bit shaken up after the war, but Hussein's family was finally found. Ali Hussein may be overjoyed, but life in Baghdad during and after the war has been a nightmare. He wants to tell his sister in Cape Town that the Iraqi capital, which he left 5 years ago, has changed dramatically.
The situation is confused. We don't know what's happening. There is no government in Iraq. There is no public services.
In Baghdad, you cannot just pick up a phone and decide to call a particular person anywhere in the country or let alone outside the country. It will take some time to restore the telephone lines. In fact, all communication centers have been major targets throughout the course of the war. There have never been cell phones in Baghdad or Iraq.
Hello.
Ali used our sat phone, and for the first time since the war, he spoke to his sister. The Hussein family will sleep peacefully tonight, knowing they have been united. But there are thousands of families outside Iraq who don't really know if their families survived the war. Renee Horn, SABC, Baghdad.
R7 million humanitarian aid package will leave South Africa tomorrow for Iraq. The aid is destined for thousands of Iraqi people who are in dire need of water supplies. And while the help may be a blessing for many Iraqis, in South Africa, some Iraqis are still uncertain about whether their families survived the war.
She's worried about her family. Sarah Hussein came here from Iraq to pursue a career as a doctor, but she hasn't heard from her family since the war started in March. Hussein's 4 family members live a few kilometers from the Saddam International Airport in Yarmouk district. During the intense battle for Saddam International Airport, surrounding areas were also affected.
I'm worried about him, worried about his family, and I don't know how he's managing with his ordinary daily life.
Hussein's now asked this man to find the family, but he has his hands full. Many want him to find their loved ones or help them with aid. Milk powder and water purification tablets are an integral part of the aid package.
All the sewage is in the water. There's no proper supply. There's no proper electricity. People are dying from diseases, waterborne diseases.
The Gift of the Givers Foundation in November last year tried to provide goods such as medical supplies, but they were restricted due to the embargo on Iraq. Non-governmental organizations like Gift of the Givers are now taking advantage of the new UN resolution passed last month. The resolution lifts over a decade of sanctions against Iraq. Resolution 1483 drops the restrictions on trade and allows goods to move more easily in and out of Iraq. But will these multi-million rand aid packages be enough to help in the rebuilding of the war-torn country? Analysts say billions of dollars will be needed to restore the country to normality. Renee Horn, SABC, Durban.
Renee Horn is returning to Iraq this week to see how the reconstruction is going.
Umbutho ozimeleyo ozinze eMgungundlovu iGift of the Givers usungule iphulo lokunceda abantu base-Iraq ngexesha lemfazwe ukususela izolo kunyuswe ingxowa-mali engapha kwe-2 million randi kwanikelwa ngempahla kwanamachiza axabisa ngapha kwesigidi serandi.
Ucingo likaDokotela Suleiman lusoloko lukhale njalo kusukela izolo. Izinkulungwane zabantu bakuleli bavule izinhliziyo zabo kanye nezikhwama ngenhloso yokusiza abantu base-Iraq.
It's going exceptionally well. We have more than 2 million rand in our account already, and we're filling calls with every minute, people wanting to know in which way they can assist.
uSuleiman uthi izimpahla ekunikelwe ngazo zihlanganisa ukudla, imithi, amatende kanye noblankethe. Konke lokhu kothunyelwa ngomkhumbi echwebeni lase-Iran.
We're going to be using Iran as a border to get into Iraq from Iran, and our government is negotiating on our behalf for that.
Inhlangano ye-Gift of the Givers ithi isithintwe yinqwaba yodokotela nonesi abafuna ukuyovolontiya behamba nale nhlangano uma isiyosiza khona e-Iraq. Jinda Mkobozi, SABC, eMgungundlovu.
Imali eyinzala ehlawula zibhanka kwimali eyibolekwa ibhanka enguvimba ikaguquki ku-13.5%. Esi sigqibo sibhengezwe ekupheleni kwentlanganiso ebintsukumbini nebichotshelwe ikomiti ejongene nezimali ePitoli namhlanje.
Die Islamitiese groep Hamas het wraak gesweer nadat Israel se spesiale veiligheidsmagte gister een van sy voorste bommakers vermoor het. Die 27-jarige Mohammed al-Taher en een van sy handlangers is dood in 'n klopjag op 'n huis in die stad Nablus in die Wes-Oewer. Hy was bo aan die lys van Israel se mees gesoekte Palestynë. Hamas sê die aanval veroordeel en gesê dit sal die geweld teen Israel vererger.
Volgens die Israeliese veiligheidsmagte was die 26-jarige Taher en sy makkers verantwoordelik vir die dood van meer as 100 Israelies in selfmoordbomaanvalle. Dit sluit in die aanval byna 2 weke gelede op 'n Jerusalemse bus waarin 19 mense dood is. Die Israeliese eerste minister bestempel die klopjag waarin Taher dood is as 'n baie belangrike operasie.
We speak about a murderer that committed the most terrible crimes, and our position is, and I'm glad that that is also the position of President Bush, that there is no compromise with terror.